Have you ever seen a football game that both teams are ashamed to have been part of by the final whistle? A game where the most exciting highlights are sideline shots and goalpost shots of showing how windy it is? Hey, did anybody score while I was in the bathroom? No, but boy, the flags atop the stadium were really blowing. Wow. The final score of 14-10 isn't fully indicative of how hard this game was to watch between the Bills and Pats. No, it was the 6 total third down conversions, the Patriots 19 total passing yards on just 3 attempts. Mac Jones only threw the ball 3 fucking times. It was Josh Allen's 4.1 yards per pass attempt that turned football into a tranquilizer. The Bills could be on a current 7-game, 3-year win streak against New England if not for this terrible game. Today I recap the worst win game I've ever seen. That's good sports. Hey, I will have Patreon shoutouts and an announcement about this week's Patreon hangout at the end of the show. Today's episode is sponsored by MagicSpoon.com/thatsgood. Now, I've never wanted to be a magician, but once I started eating Magic Spoon, I could do this. Vegas residency, here I come. Look, I started eating Magic Spoon a couple years ago because I had to eliminate eggs from my diet, which meant I had to change my breakfast routine. I chose Magic Spoon because 1, it was high in protein with 13 to 14 grams in each serving, and this bod needs its fuel. It also contains no artificial ingredients. It was the perfect gluten-free, grain-free, high-protein option that had OG sugar. Wait, 0 sugar, 0. That's the best part. And the cereal tastes amazing, which is why I've continued to eat it all of these years. My secret is to mix the peanut butter and chocolate together. Now, if you want to try this wholesomely delicious combo, click my link below and use my code THATSGOOD for $5 off, or go to magicspoon.com/thatsgood. And if for some reason you're not happy with Magic Spoon, they will refund your money. Something my football team definitely didn't do. Wind! It's the dumbest, most annoying element that Mother Nature has to offer us. Humidity is jealous of how annoying wind is.
He does care about having the wind in the fourth quarter.
The wind has been a factor in every decision on both sides.
A football team can plan for rain, snow, just about anything, but wind is the monkey wrench of all monkey wrenches, and in 2021, a frigid zephyr blew through Buffalo's Highmark Stadium and served as the greatest equalizer since Denzel Washington.
It's a happy ending.
Not exactly.
Neutering both the ground and pound Patriots and the high-flying Bills. And this game wasn't just buried on a Sunday morning slate for Scott Hansen while we occupied ourselves with more entertaining affairs. No. This was on the big stage, Monday Night Football. And America was treated to one of the most excruciating games this country has ever seen. This game was so windy, not a single Bills fan had the arm strength to throw a dildo all the way onto the playing field. I vividly remember Steve Levy saying, "I've watched a lot of girl-on-girl porn, and this is the most dildos I've seen fly back and hit people in the face ever." It was a weird thing for him to say, which is why I remember it. Now, back in 2008, the Bills and the Tom Brady-less Patriots clashed in Buffalo under similarly blustery conditions. The gusts in that game reached up to 75 miles per hour, tearing a strip off the Bills' practice fieldhouse roof and tilting the goalposts before the game. The weather was so extreme that even during the game, the goalposts had to be adjusted to accommodate the wind. Fast forward, though, 13 years. Brady is now in his second year with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Rookie QB Mac Jones has been given the keys to the Patriots offense after prying them out of Cam Newton's shawl. or purse, I don't know. The Bills have made a slight upgrade at the QB position, going from Trent Edwards to future Hall of Famer Josh Allen, who was the only quarterback in NFL history to amass 90-plus passing TDs and 25 rushing TDs in his first 4 seasons heading into this game. This game, though, started with wind gusts of up to 40 miles per hour. You could quite literally hear the wind through your television. It was whistling around the field and into the parabolic mics, making you feel like you, the viewer, had just destroyed 13 beers and wandered to your seats in Highmark.
I don't mess around when it comes to the cold, man.
I thought I smelled some leather burning.
You know what? I kept rubbing my jacket sleeve going, am I melting?
We got to see just how much of a factor the wind would play on the 3rd drive of the game when Patriots punter Jake Bailey booted a ball that got caught in a wind stream and traveled just 15 yards and out of bounds. This game was going to be where turnovers were crucial, and the Patriots defense made an early impact when Lawrence, just another guy, recovered a fumble by the Bills' Matt Breida at the Patriots' 31-yard line. Now, Breida was cursed as soon as Monday Night Football put him on Star Watch. Matt Breida's never been a star. Fast, yes. Star, no. Taking advantage of the turnover, Damian Harris raced through the heart of the Bills' defense for a 64-yard touchdown run on the Patriots' 9th play from scrimmage, giving them an 8-0 lead after Brandon Bolden found the edge on a 2-point conversion. And if you're wondering why they went for 2 this early in the game, you guessed it, it's because kicking the ball in these windy conditions was the last thing anyone wanted to do. Now the Bills caught a little bit of luck on their next possession after N'Keal Harry slipped, causing the ball to bounce off his helmet in hilarious fashion during a punt.
And if he touched that, that's Buffalo football.
Sirian Neal recovered the ball at the Patriots' 14-yard line. Josh Allen, though, proved he had just enough arm to cut through the wind and connect with Gabe Davis on a slant route for a touchdown. The Bills cut the lead to 8-7, proving that extra points were indeed possible on this frigid evening. Honestly, they should count for 2 points if wind exceeds 40 miles per hour. The first quarter, though, ended with both teams capitalizing on each other's mistakes and trading touchdowns, but if you expected a back-and-forth game from this point, you were about to be disappointed. Something significantly boring was brewing in the mad mind of Bill Belichick. The Patriots appeared to be running the ball a lot early. Mac Jones, who had been pretty efficient thus far as a rookie, didn't attempt to pass until the final 90 seconds of the first quarter, throwing a wobbler that Jonnu Smith had to one-hand circus grab to secure. Essentially, this game had the makings of, that Tebow game where he completed 2 passes. But neither of Jones's were long touchdowns to a big-dicked white wide receiver. God, I would have loved to see Tim Tebow throw the ball in these wins. We might have actually seen a pass go backwards. Bill Belichick had to ride his running backs right into the ground. Ramondre Stevenson got 24 carries. Damian Harris got another 10 carries. Bolden toted the rock 4 times, but if you take out Harris's long run for a touchdown, the Pats carried the ball 45 times for 158 yards, just 3.5 yards per carry. That's a brutal way to spend your Monday night. Effective, yes, but it's like watching interest grow over a 20-year period. The Patriots were able to tack on a pretty long field goal early in the second quarter when Nick Folk drilled a 41-yard attempt to give New England an 11-7 lead. It appeared the wind was actually going north to south. At that very moment, he kicked the ball based on the way the flags on the goalposts were moving. Classic Patriots luck. The Pats, though, became the first team since at least 1978 to attempt only 1 pass in the entire first half.
That is the fewest in the first half by any NFL team dating back to 1978.
To highlight how atrocious this shackling of McCorkle was, let me present all of the Patriots passing highlights. I've seen airplane safety videos more exciting than this. 2 of McCorkle's passing attempts didn't even happen until very late in the fourth quarter. And those were back-to-back plays. Talk about blowing your load all at once, Bill.
Since we're not going to see Mac Jones throw the ball in the game, maybe we can find some clips of him like warming up on the sideline or throwing at certain times and analyze some of those throws. It might be, here we go.
Oh, yeah.
Nice quick release. Good. Oh, nice finish. Nice finish. Really good throw there, Mac.
Now, the Patriots defense was on fire in the middle of the 2021 season, and in this game, limiting the Bills to just 145 passing yards and allowing a season-low 230 yards of total offense. The Bills weren't afraid to throw the ball in the wind, though, knowing Josh Allen had twice the arm of Mac Jones, but it still wasn't nearly effective enough to move the ball. Allen threw it 30 times for an average of just 4.8 yards, his worst since his first few games as a rookie.
The Bills had just 33 rushing yards in that first half. McDermott said, we have got to get the ground game going. We cannot rely on Josh Allen's arm, not with these conditions.
The passes he did complete were short, quick hitters. It was essentially what Tom Brady made a living on for 2 decades in New England. Watching Josh Allen have to play like Tom Brady, though, is like watching a Ferrari have to drive 5 miles under the speed limit. One of the best plays in the second half. Holy shit, remember this false start on the Patriots punt attempt? Oh boy, I could barely contain my excitement. The wind continued to affect the special teams, with the 2 kickers really having the most thankless job in this game. The Bills' Tyler Slap-at-a-Baseman just snuck in a 35-yarder as the wind calmed down in the middle of the third, and Folk answered back with a 34-yarder that went left to right but did knuckle through the uprights.
Look at that football moving around.
If I'm talking about kickers and punters navigating the wind, well, it's because nothing else was happening, all right? I'm talking about 82 total yards combined from both teams through nearly 2 quarters of football and no points. It took New England 4.5 minutes to run 5 plays for 4 total yards. I'd rather watch Cole Beasley refuse more vaccines than watch this game again. One of the highlights of the second half is this Patriots rushing chart. Oh, look at all those attempted runs they had up the middle. Everybody loves a run up the middle. Buffalo really lost this game, though, with about 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter. After a promising drive aided by a horse collar penalty that brought the Bills as far as the 6-yard line, Josh Allen took a sack, or maybe 2 sacks on the same play, and Bass missed a 33-yard field goal attempt wide right, which would have cut the Bills' deficit to just 1 point. Buffalo did have one highlight-worthy play, and that was Josh Allen throwing into the wind, and then Stephon Diggs somehow getting both feet in bounds to make this catch. The Patriots defense came up big in the closing minutes of the game. Miles Bryant batted down Josh Allen's pass at the goal line on a crucial 4th and 14 play with $1:55 remaining, sealing the victory for the Patriots. That play was a bit exciting, but I can't overstate how underwhelming the conclusion of this game was. The final 4 drives were a missed field goal, a punt, a turnover on downs, and the Patriots kneeling it out on downs.
And New England will spend timeout.
30-second timeout.
Mac Jones's knee hitting the turf was the hardest he had worked all night, the most impact he had taken. The final score was 14-10 in favor of the New England Patriots, extending their winning streak to 7 games and solidifying their position atop the AFC.
Mac Jones finishes 2 of 3 passing and going to win the game.
Hilariously, the Bills and Patriots now account for 4 of the 5 wins in NFL history with the fewest passing attempts. And McCorkle, despite only attempting 3 passes and completing 2 for 19 yards, he became the NFL's 3rd rookie QB to win 9 games in his rookie season, joining Ben Roethlisberger and Dak Prescott. He became the first rookie, though, since Paxton Lynch, who made me want to leave this world early. The Patriots would have fun with this one, too. After the game, Matthew Judon said,
"Just hats off to the offense, really, everybody. Probably besides Mac, he really didn't do nothing besides hand the ball off."
It was a season-defining game for the Patriots, a testament to Bill Belichick's famous willingness to adapt and bend his game plan to the circumstances. The Bills made up for this painful game, though, in the wild card round of the playoffs, where they faced, yes, the McCorkle-Jones-led Patriots. In that game, Buffalo's performance against New England was an offensive symphony. The Bills scored a touchdown on all 7 of their offensive drives in that game, only dodging the end zone on their last series when they were free to kneel on the ball and mercifully end the 2021 Patriots. I will not be getting into what happened next for the Bills that season. Maybe in another video, but I don't feel like crying on camera today. I do have Big Dick Patreon shoutouts for new patrons: Jay Villalobos, John May, Chase Goff, Jared Goff's brother, Moopert, Pope Urban II, Griffin Hegwer, Nathaniel Illingworth, Andrew Gresham, Brandon Westbrook,
and Patrick Unger.
Wednesday this week, June 28th, is our Zoom Patreon hangout for all $10 Patreon and all $10 YouTube members. That info is on the YouTube community tab and in Patreon, so I hope to see you there for the hangout. And thank you guys for hanging out with Tom Grossi and I at the fan meetup. Truly a life-changing experience. That video is up here on YouTube now if you want to check it